One question I sometimes ask my clients is this: what if you were to drop all the excuses? What if you were to stop playing the victim and start being the hero of your own story? And I appreciate this might be a challenging question, yeah? So I don't use it very often. But if I see a regular client who keeps on finding a reason after reason after reason why they cannot do something or why they haven't taken action on what they wanted to, I will pose this question. And it's a very, very interesting one to me because it often opens up the path to the client realizing that they are giving the power away to all these external circumstances. It boils down to something like, all these things are happening to me, so I can't do X. Whether that's life is unfair, they have no time, not the right connections, they got into conflict with someone, etc., etc. These are all very, very valid, very real things that can cause hardship, of course. We're not denying that, but they don't stop us, only if we let them. It's when we see life as happening always to us rather than for us, what is holding us back and what shows that we are in this victim player mindset. So today, in today's episode and in this video, we will be diving into the self-sabotage type of the victim player. So the victim player mindset is all about feeling powerless or giving your power away and letting circumstances outside of us define us. There's always a way to take back control, and that's what we will talk about. So as said, the victim player is a self-sabotage type where someone believes that life is happening to them rather than for them. In this mindset, it's very easy to feel that you are at the mercy of external circumstances, powerless to change your situation, and that the hardships in your life are unfairly stacked against you, almost like mean girl attitude from life towards you. Some other signs, though, that you might be stuck in this mindset also can be that you're holding on to past experiences. So you might use negative past experiences as reasons why you can't move forward or why certain opportunities are just not for you. There's a tendency, for example, to then stay stuck in the pain of those experiences instead of seeing them as stepping stones and lessons learned to then move forward and change something or do something out of your life or whatever you want to do. Another one would be complaining or having a negative outlook. So here you might be frequently expressing dissatisfaction or focusing on the hardships and challenges you face only rather than the things that are good that are happening for you. So you might also find it difficult to see the lessons or opportunities in those struggles and instead just see life as unfair, and you really dwell on these negative feelings. And there's a reason we think, feel, and behave this way. Like the victim player mindset can develop from past traumas, feeling of powerlessness, or experiences where we truly didn't have any control, where just everything went to shits, right? These experiences can lead to a belief that life is beyond our influence, that we are somehow unlucky or always on the losing end of things. Sometimes taking on this role can be a form of also self-protection, obviously, by believing that external factors are to blame. So it's not our fault that this happened. And so we can avoid personal responsibility because it might feel safer as it takes away the pressure of needing to make decisions or changes. And there's comfort almost in thinking, it's not my fault. Here's the hard truth about this. So staying in this victim player mindset robs us of our power. While external events do shape our lives, how we respond to them defines our future. And living in this mindset can be incredibly damaging to both your personal and your professional life. So when you believe that life happens to you rather than believing you have the power to shape it, you end up feeling stuck and lost. Here's also how it potentially maybe plays out in business. Imagine you're scrolling through social media and you see entrepreneurs seemingly making millions overnight. You start to feel like there's something you're missing, a secret that everybody else knows, just not you. And instead of focusing on your strengths and taking action, you get caught in a cycle of comparison and despair. So you maybe subscribe to loads of courses, but each time you feel more and more overwhelmed, as if success is just out of reach and you still haven't found that one secret yet. And eventually you then might even consider quitting because you just can't figure it out. So you see, this mindset really stops you from taking ownership of your actions and your results. you don't experiment as much, you might not take as many risks, because the question you might be pondering is, why bother if you believe already the odds are stacked against you, right? So instead, you either give up before trying, or you half-ass your input. Or anything you do put in wholeheartedly, you don't actually believe in your core would be working, because you feel like nothing ever happens in your favor anyway. You might say, I never find a parking spot, or like a good parking spot. I'm just so unlucky all the time, and I have to park miles away because it's so busy in the city. Chances are, with this kind of mindset, in this victim player mindset, or like category almost, you made yourself this person who just never finds a parking slot. The cool thing though, with this particular mindset and the self-sabotage type, is that I would consider it as one that is literally the easiest to recognize and work through. Because once you catch yourself thinking this way, thinking in this victim player kind of mindset about yourself and life, you're quicker to change it than with the others. And I also have a free guide and actually workbook that helps you go a little bit deeper into all of this with different exercises and journal prompts. So we'll link that down below as well if you do want to check it out. But I'm also going into some strategies right now of how we can break free from the victim player mindset. Start with taking responsibility for your actions. So understand, while external circumstances may be tough, your response to them is always within your control. When challenges arise, ask yourself, what can I do about this? What is in your circle or whatever bubble of control? What can you do with this? If there's nothing you can do, then that's something we got to accept, or we try something else, right? And even a small step can then just help you build your confidence around this and regain this control and responsibility and sense of responsibility, and take you out of this is just happening to me, I'm fucked, like this is life now, right? The other one would be to shift your perspective. Life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. So learn to see every setback or hardship or challenge as an opportunity to learn or grow, change direction. So instead of dwelling what went wrong, focus on how we can use the situation to your advantage. What can you learn from this? What can you take away from this? And how will this help you actually move forward? Then also practice gratitude. One of the best ways to combat negative outlooks is by cultivating gratitude. So take time each day, or whenever you want to, really. It could be small wins, progress you've made, or even just acknowledging the effort you're putting in. This will then help you rewire your mind to see opportunities rather than obstacles, and also find things you're still grateful for, or things that are still positive, even if shit goes down around you. Then the next one would be to stop comparing yourself to others. It's a very easy one, but also easier said than done. Because comparison is a trap that feeds into the victim mindset. Just remember for this one that everyone's journey is different, and what you see online is often just a highlight reel. Focus on your own path and take action based on your goals and values, not on someone else's. And the last one would be set small achievable goals, because overwhelm can often result into feelings of helplessness. So start with small, manageable goals that you can accomplish. And every step forward, no matter how small, no matter how teeny tiny, okay, will help you build momentum and remind you that you are indeed capable of changing your circumstances. Or just start with the next time you catch yourself saying, this is just the way it is. Pause and ask yourself instead, what's one small thing I can do to improve the situation? It might be something as simple as reaching out for help or reevaluating how you approach the task. The goal is to take back your power, no matter how small the step. And with that, if you like this episode, please do like it on YouTube or leave a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening. It's just a couple taps for you, but it means a whole lot to me. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks so much in advance, and I shall see you again in the next episode.